He has a growth mindset that he's not afraid to hear the truth and use that and then transform himself to be better the next day.
I gotta get my dad out where we live. I want to be able to buy him a home. So I know that he had a lot going on in his life, through a whole bunch, and we've been through a lot.
As the 2024 high school basketball recruiting class is without a doubt loaded with future NBA star caliber players, there's this specific prospect that's easily the most electrifying shooter in the entire country. And truthfully, it's been like that for some time now. But for the longest, he really didn't get the recognition that he truly deserved. Until recently. Now this is a player who really took it upon himself to block out all the outside distractions, to instead improve all the necessary aspects in his game to one day be an NBA pro. This is the Elijah Moore story. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, Elijah Moore had a strong passion for the game of basketball at an early age. In fact, it would be the age of 5 years old to when his father, Ty Moore, noticed a special type of drive and talent for the game of basketball inside of Elijah. Now, Ty was also a superior hooper back in his day, which allowed him to play college basketball at Seton Hall. But unfortunately, his hoop career was cut short due to injury. But from the very beginning, he was all in when it came to really instilling his basketball knowledge into Elijah. And he was always the type of kid that was dribbling inside of the house while all day, every day, shooting on his miniature basketball goal. As even back then, he had no desire in watching TV or anything like that, as all he wanted to do was hoop. And truthfully, that mentality would stick with him as he got older. Now, throughout his early stages on the basketball court, he would play 3 grades up, which really improved and matured his game. And there was many moments, even back then, to where he showed where he was going to be really special in years to come. Now, it would be one specific performance that really gave him the ultimate confidence and relentlessness going forward.
I remember when he was playing with the CYO League, when he was like 2nd or 3rd grade.
It was the semifinals. We was down 2. We got the ball. My point guard came down. He passed to me,
And he hit a big shot to take them to the state championship. Last minute shot that went in.
that was like a very big moment. From then on, I kind of like really wanted to keep working hard and keep like playing, because it was like fun. And I love the feeling and like the adrenaline.
Now, as he got closer to high school, he would start playing alongside no other than Ian Jackson. And just like that, even as 8th graders, together, they formed one of the best duos around the area, as they were simply unstoppable, especially later on. Now, following his 8th grade year, he would reclassify from his initial 2023 class to the 2024 recruiting class. Now, it was a bit of a learning curve coming into high school, as physically he was still developing, but also had critics out there who weren't really high on the player he was blossoming into being.
And people were like, I was small and people didn't really like my game. And so I just stayed focused, stayed in the gym. And as you know, I reclassed and I went to Cardinal Hayes. And then from there, started taking off.
And he would do just that. One thing that's really helped Elijah stand out has been his precise knockdown type jump shot that he would put on display on a gamely basis, no matter who he faced up against, which earned him the nickname Choppa. Now, his elite shooting from deep all originated from him scoring under the basket in the lab, as he would start 5 feet from the hoop before slowly working his way back. And that was a drill that he really got and mastered from watching videos of some of the all-time best shooters like Ray Allen and Reggie Miller do the same. But leading up into his freshman season, it really coincided with the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, which led Elijah and his father having to rely on working out at parks. But once everything completely shut down, the two of them would have to drive an hour and a half away in New Jersey just to train. And throughout that time, Moore grew significantly. And what came with that was him really being able to get downhill more and finish above the rim instead of laying the ball up. Now, despite not being able to play a full season in his freshman year, he was still able to help contribute to Cardinal Hayes winning a state championship, which took place in the spring, but followed it up the very next season by winning another state title. Now, following his freshman and sophomore seasons at Cardinal Hayes, he simply had his way in the AAU circuit while playing for Whiz Kids in the Adidas 3 SSB tournament. He would lead all players in three-pointers and three-point percentage, averaging around 17 points per contest, which resulted in teams sending the double teams his way or shifting into a box-and-one defense to stop him. But truthfully, once he got going, it was practically nothing you could do to stop him. He had a special ability to really dissect the defense while really being able to get to his spots in the mid-range, but also had a pretty special ability to make the right reads in the pick and roll setting. Now, by the time his junior season came around, while standing at 6'4", he had solidified himself as a 4-star recruit while being ranked 73rd in the 2024 recruiting class. Now, at this point in time, he had offers from schools like Alabama, Miami, Syracuse, and Oklahoma State. But on January 28, 2023, he made the decision to make his ultimate commitment.
Well, first, I would like to thank God. Without him, none of this would be possible. You know, he's been there for me when no one was there, no one was watching, no one really cared, no one was supporting me. Then I would like to thank my dad because, you know, through just being the only parent and being there and having to watch me and allow me to have freedom, but at least also be my coach and train me and put me in the right positions. You know, he's done everything that I could possibly ask for. And I just want to say thank you to him. For the next, 2, 3, maybe 4 years, I will be attending.
Now, he would finish his junior season past 1,000 career points, while being named to the New York State Catholic High School Athletic Association All-League First Team. Now, that summer, in his final run on the AAU circuit in the Adidas League, he averaged nearly 20 points per contest and shot 46% from deep, which resulted in Elijah earning offensive MVP honors. Now, for his senior campaign, Moore would make the transfer to Our Savior Lutheran, which is part of the Atlanta-based Professional League Overtime Elite. And as he played on Team Jellyfound, he was a top 10 scorer as he averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal a contest, while shooting 42% from the field and 34% from 3. In mid-March, on Our Savior Lutheran's senior night, the 6'4" highly talented shooting guard stole the show, putting up 67 points in a blowout win to Compass. He was sensational from 3, going 13 for 19, which was 68% from beyond the arc. But during the Overtime Elite playoffs, Elijah was the leading scorer as he averaged 21 points per contest while shooting 40% from deep. Now, he's continued to really turn heads while playing for Rod Wave Elite, as he's simply been on a scoring tear while having everybody in the crowd throwing up elbows, as that's his signature celebration when hitting from deep. Elijah Moore has really took it upon himself to really evolve his game, which has allowed him to blossom into a pretty special 3-level scorer. And if he continues to make those strides going forward, we can very well be looking at a future NBA prospect.
Ideally, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I see myself playing in the league. I feel like if I stay focused and keep working, that I could be at the next level with a whole bunch of other good guys.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Elijah Moore story.